Hello everybody, welcome to OriginalContentHD and welcome to another Jumputi Heroes news video. Today we're going to be talking about an event I don't really want to talk about, but we're gonna do it anyway. It is the Jumputi Festival Dream All-Stars. People had a lot of questions when this dropped, myself included, and well, I suppose it's time to discuss them. Before we jump into it, haven't given a shout out to the second channel in a while, UCHD. If you're into sort of anime and gaming related content that's not necessarily Jumputi focused, feel free to check that out, link in the description. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this event and let's talk about what's going on, basically. So this event it might as well get it out of the way. It adds 2 new characters to the game, which is very low. Very, very, very low. And if you think that's low, on the Taiwan server, they are currently running this exact same event, and they already had gone. So they only got 1 new character. So, things are a little bit strange right now. If you watched my previous videos, you may have seen me talking about the potential that maybe there might be something going on in the Taiwan server. Maybe we are talking about an end of service for that version of the game. We didn't know. We were just speculating. But they have seemingly skipped the Sket Dance event. Instead, they just had 2 weeks of no content. They just released like 1 new stage during that time, no new characters, hardly any like goodies or anything like that, and just filler banners and that's it. And then they've gone from that event. Bear in mind, not just skipping Sket Dance, they're also skipping Shaman King by doing that, even though that was just 1 character. They skipped that as well, and they got straight to this event. They can't have gone because they already have him, so they just got 1 new character, which is Gorainu. And that's it. That's it. So basically a month of no content for the Taiwan server. Truly bizarre situation. I have seen some speculation, which I might be inclined to agree to, that maybe they're holding on to that Sket Dance event to fill in later in case they want to give us an event over here like JoJo, which they can't have, or maybe Shaman King, which seemingly they can't have. So I don't know. Maybe it's shutting down, maybe it's not. We have no idea. But let's talk about the Japan server, because that's the one most people are playing, and that's where this great event first dropped. There is some good stuff to this event. There's actually some great stuff to this event. So let's go through it bit by bit and let's talk our way through it. Starting off with the reading time missions. Now, for veteran players, this might not be very useful, but for beginner players, this is great. This is great. You get, I think it's 10 tickets from each of the respective series. So there's like, it's one of the One Piece tickets. I don't know which one. One of the Bleach tickets, Naruto tickets. The Hunter x Hunter ones, I think, are like really old. And then Dragon Ball, and then whatever ticket Hitman Reborn's the latest one is. Basically, the latest series tickets for each of those series. One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, Take a Hitman Reborn, Gintama, and My Hero Academia. So that's a lot of tickets. That's very, very nice. Literally all you have to do is click on the mission, click back, and you get the tickets. You just go through and do those all in your missions tab. Very nice. And you got a whole month to do that. You're going to see that a lot in this event. This is not a month-long event, per se. But yes, a lot of the campaigns, a lot of the goodies will be available for the whole month. And basically, this event seems to be something we don't often get, which is a staging event. We're probably going to have 2 major events in December, that being Jump Festa, which is not what this is, Jump Festa, and Christmas. And then obviously we'll move on to New Year in the new year. So this event is going to be going on in part throughout the month. The actual event itself is only going to last 2 weeks. I know 2 weeks is torture, but many of the goodies, many of the campaigns and all that stuff will go for the whole month. So that's really good. If you're trying to bring in new players as well, which I'm assuming they're going to want to do for Jump Festa, this is a great way to do it, to have loads of goodies, loads of stuff going on, and then they'll release the content closer to Jump Festa and closer to Christmas. So it's interesting, and there is some goodies. Like I said, these missions are really nice for beginners. The login bonus, again, it's a 10-day login bonus, but you can log in any 10 days before the 31st of December. So again, pretty good, or at least in my opinion, pretty good. And yeah, there's quite a few goodies in here. We've got some rubies, which we like. We do like the rubies. And we've got these new tickets, the Dreamfest gacha tickets. Now, these are important because these give us the new Gon. They're very peculiar because we mentioned before how there was a Goku on the Taiwan server who got promoted on the Japan server up into a Musa. He went from free-to-play to one of the top tiers in the game, which was surprising. And then they've sort of done the same thing with Gon. Now, I will say we have sort of relaxed our ideas of what constitutes a limited nowadays. You know, it doesn't need to be the biggest and best moment in the series. It just needs to be cool, a cool character, pretty much, and that's going to be enough for them to make it limited. And obviously, this is sort of them using up some scraps they had available. This Gon, who was a free-to-play unit, they essentially just changed the color of his aura, and they were like, "Yep, that's it. That's our guy." I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I think, you know, the last time we had a standalone limited Gon was Big Gon, which was ages ago. It was so long. It was literally like the first feature festival. Was it the first? One of the first. It might be one of the, like, pre-feature festivals. That's how long ago it was. It was years ago. So giving Gon a standalone limited is cool. It's a free-to-play limited, which is weird but also cool. It just means that he is a free-to-play unit, essentially. You only get the one copy. I mean, you might get lucky, but you only get guaranteed the one copy. And that one copy, you know, if you want to get the skills up, you got to feed him jewels. That's something you're going to have to do. And it's not going to be as straightforward as, like, getting him up to 99 luck or whatever like that. So he's not an event unit, but he is a limited, and he has limited level skills. Maybe not like up there, like the best limiteds ever released, but pretty damn good from what I've seen. Pretty damn good. He's gonna be pretty usable. He's got some skills that are better than some existing units that provide similar services. So, very nice. And yeah, all you have to do is log in, get the tickets, and summon 20 tickets, and you will get him. Now, these tickets are also very nice because they do give you one guaranteed 5-star every ticket. However, they have a 20% 5-star rate, which is very high. It's 4 times the regular rate. And amongst those 5 stars, you can get limits. So, not bad. I haven't been particularly lucky, but I've seen some people that have been. There are some good limiteds in there as well. So this is really, really nice. And you got like the whole month to do it. This gacha starts, yes, on the 1st of December. As you can see, because the login bonus goes on and because the like missions and stuff go on, people who are joining late, people who are joining once Jump Festa drops, people who are joining once Christmas drops, you'll still be able to get Gon. And I think that's really nice. And you get those extra summons as well, which if you're a beginner is very, very nice. So I love this campaign. I love the idea. It's sort of moving on from, you know, before we had, it started with like Inamaru. Inamaru was a free-to-play unit, but was released, is a hero grade unit released as a free unit. And you got, I can't remember if we got enough to get him to max skill or what, but it wasn't until later that they introduced, I think it was Roboco was the second one. It might have been someone else. But basically, at a certain point, they started releasing them where they said, you can now get them to max luck, even though they're a hero grade unit. We got one of those in this event as well. But in the case of a limited, it'd probably be a little bit too much to let's get them to max luck. They don't even want to give us enough to get additional skills. But still very nice. It's a very strong unit to just go with. Again, new players starting right now, you're getting a strong unit out of this, so very, very nice. And we do also have a legend summon. I did sort of downplay it, yeah, because we got 2 new units. We do also have a legend summon. It has a unique mechanic, which is it can put charge onto skill bubbles. Doesn't work on rainbow skills, doesn't work on skill bubbles that already have charge. But you can get charged up skill bubbles on units that previously couldn't get it, which is interesting. I don't know how useful it is. It might be very useful, but it's certainly interesting. And it's an interesting legend summon and a very easy one to max out, which is nice. You get the legend summon just for summoning on Gon's banner once, so that's fine, that's cool. And then there's a bunch of missions. I gotta be honest, I think the devs have got the B team working on this event, which makes sense because there's not a lot going on in this event. But I feel like the A team are in the lab and they're cooking something up, because the B team didn't post the full missions list. I had to go in and like find them all in the missions tab and translate them all. You could have just posted them all in the news if you were posted them all in game. I don't get it. And like there was a few different things where it just didn't make any sense. Like the birthday gacha, they waited until the gacha released to announce them instead of announcing it the day before or at the start of the month as they normally would. And they only announced the first 2 birthday gacha in a month. There's loads of birthday gacha this month. Why would you only announce the first 2? I like to think it's because the devs are working on something right now and they can't put their focus on that, and they've got like the intern doing the updates for this event, because it's just a bit annoying. That's all. A lot of the stuff got posted like really late and I had to like go back and update the news post and whatever, but it's mostly up to date now, so hopefully we can go through it all. And as you can see, the missions are for the most part very easy. I think things that you might miss as a veteran player, because I think most beginners will do all this stuff without even noticing. As a veteran player, you may fail to evolve 5 characters, but bear in mind these missions go all month. So if you're intending to play through Jump Festa and through Christmas, they will give us enough units that you will evolve 5 characters eventually. So should be fine, but you may miss going and clearing stages on Strengthening Island. You've got to do that 30 times to get all the rewards, so don't forget that. I think everyone else, all the others are pretty much just, you're going to do them. The only thing that might be an issue is Tower. Challenging Tower 35 times, not a problem at all. Winning 30 times might be an issue. You need to average 1 win a day. If you can average 1 win a day, you will get the final reward. I think most people should be able to do that, but in the current meta, I don't even know anymore. Then we have another set of missions, and these are the missions to get Gorainu from Hunter x Hunter. Again, as I mentioned before, this is not a free-to-play unit per se. They are a free-to-play unit, but they are not an event grade unit. They are a hero grade unit. What's the difference? It basically just means he's a bit stronger. He has, in theory, the skills of a standard gacha unit, but he is free, and you will also be able to get to max luck for free, which I think is pretty cool. Now, these missions are pretty damn easy. You have to max out like the Goku and the Naruto from the anniversary, 5th anniversary, I want to say. And you have to max out the Gear Change Luffy, which I think was from, I want to say, 4th anniversary. And then the Iron Willpower Ichigo, who came out like ages ago. And that was from, what event was that? It was the Greatest in the World event. The first Greatest in the World event, which was years ago. All these units are available. Either their stages are being printed right now, or they're available in the logbook or the logbook exchange. And they're very easy to max out, and you definitely should max them out. There's also the J tokens exchange, which we'll talk about later, which has a load of stuff in it. They might be in there too. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's loads of ways to get lots of free-to-play units and max them out. And make sure you do these 4 at some point during the month. Then you got to collect rainbow badges, which we'll talk about later. You have to clear the daily stage, which is pretty self-explanatory, 10 times. And you have to collect 25,000? 250,000? 250,000? Yeah, 250,000. That's a lot of tokens. That's a lot of tokens, guys. Bear in mind, once you're getting to the point where you would collect that many tokens, you will have actually hit the cap. So spend your tokens as you go along. Don't just let them sit there and pile up, because you will hit the cap and you won't notice. And you'll be like, oh, when did I hit that cap? How long has it been? Just like, once you get enough for one character to max them out, just buy it and just do it, and you'll be fine. You got a whole month for this. You're definitely gonna get enough tokens. So here we have the Dream Medals event. This was very simple, very nice. It goes once again for the whole month. You have the whole month to do this. You get these medals just from playing the game. Just clearing almost any stage will drop these medals. They drop randomly, and you know, you might get a silver medal, you might get a gold medal, you might get a rainbow medal. Obviously rainbow is rarer than gold, and gold is rarer than silver. There is some trading you can do inside the exchange. If you got unlucky, if you got like a whole bunch of silvers, you can trade them up to gold. You got a whole bunch of gold, you can trade those up to rainbow. And you should be able to get everything in the exchange by the end of the month, no problem. And there are a bunch of really nice rewards in there, so pretty cool. But basically, you just got to play the game. That's all you have to do. And you get these medals and you can trade them in for rewards. And the rewards are really nice. Look at that. Rubies. There's like limited era choice tickets. Limit break doors. Those tickets we mentioned before. Another limited ticket. This one's a guaranteed limited. And a golden jewel. Just lovely. Absolutely lovely rewards. Make sure you do that. As mentioned here, this ticket does give you a guaranteed limited from a select pool. 71 limiteds on there. So it's not the best pool in the world, but you can still get something good. You still get something nice. So we'll definitely take that. And here is the daily stage. Daily stage, very straightforward. Clear it every day. And you get 50 rubies per clear. Now, interestingly, this stage runs throughout the entire event, because it kind of has to, right? Because you need to clear it a certain amount of times for one of the sets of missions. But I do wonder, are we going to get an additional stage during whatever, like if Jump Festa is next? Will there be an additional Jump Festival stage or Jump Festa stage? Or for Christmas, will there be additional Christmas one? Because this one gives 50 rubies. If you want to give me another one that gives 50 rubies every day, I would not be opposed to that. I will take those for sure. But yeah, make sure you clear every day. Make sure you get your rubies. Then we have the points event for this celebration. It's a very, very straightforward points event. You clear the stage, you get the rainbow jump badges. You trade the rainbow jump badges for rewards at the exchange. That's it. There are boosted units, of course. Everybody should be able to get 100% boost. Interestingly, you may note, they've got the Special Athena, they've got the Roboco, they've got the Lycopen, they got Megumo. These are all characters that were available during special events, and you might be thinking, how do I get those? They are available from tickets in the exchange. So if you go to the exchange and you buy those, you can summon for those characters, and you can get all of them. You can get the highest boost available for this exchange absolutely free. So it's not like some of those other events where you need all the limiteds and all of this stuff. There is one limited boosted, and it is gone, who, as we explained earlier, you will be able to get for free. You might not have him straight away, but you'll be able to get him later. And so, very nice. In my opinion, very, very nice. And there are some nice rewards in there. Now, interestingly, the Legend Summon books do appear there, and those will be available from the exchange from the 5th. However, it's not actually the primary way to earn the books, and I thought, oh, they're adding those to the exchange for when they remove that other event. But actually, both events run to the end of the month, so I guess it's just giving you options on how you want to farm them or whatever, but it's not even something that needs to be farmed. This stage, you literally just clear each stage one time, Like, unless some of these stages are more difficult than I'm anticipating, which I've only cleared the first one so far, and it was really, really not difficult by today's standards. But maybe like the last stage is way more difficult than I'm expecting. I don't know. But they've made it available in both, so you have options. You certainly have options. This stage, you literally just clear the 4 stages as they come out, and you get a bunch of rewards, which we're not going to complain about, and a very easy max legend summon. Don't forget, when you max legend summons, you normally do get some rubies in the missions tab, so that's cool as well. And we get some tickets from doing this too, and obviously we love those tickets because they're really nice. 20% 5-star rates, really good. Then we have the limited battles. The limited battles actually vary in difficulty, and as you can see, we got ultimate class, what I'm calling ultimate class plus, but they call it like a series class or something. It's silly. It's basically just like a class named after whatever the like stage name is or something like that. It's dumb. I don't understand it. Ultimate class plus, it's somewhere between ultimate and catastrophe. Ultimate class plus, and as you can see, the rewards sort of get like slowly a little bit better. Like, it starts off like 50 rubies, goes up to 100 rubies, and down here it's like event grade doors, then hero, then limited grade doors, and it starts off with hero jewels, I believe, and goes up to regular jewels. So really nice. I don't know how difficult the final stage is going to be. Obviously, the limited battles sort of do... They're not that difficult, generally speaking, but if you are new to the game, there is a chance that you're just missing a bunch of characters from these series. And I mean, especially with some of them, like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't even have that many characters to begin with. So the idea that you might not have access to everybody, I mean, it's quite likely, actually, that you won't have access to everybody. So that's kind of... that could be a bit of a problem for you. It could be a bit of a problem for all of us, except I don't think it's going to be that difficult. I don't expect it to be that difficult. But is it good? Like, if you're new to the game and you don't have any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Gacha units, there really are not a lot of event characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't know. I mean, unless I read it wrong, unless they feature another series on there. But I don't think they do. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, as far as we know, it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters. But we'll know tomorrow. We'll know tomorrow. And yeah, so just do your best. You've got a whole month to improve your account and try and beat those stages. I'm sure you'll be able to do it, even if you are a new player. Then we have Unity Battle. Interestingly, the Unity Battle starts tomorrow. It ends on the 8th. So that's kind of peculiar. It's a 6-day Unity Battle. I mean, 6.5 days, I guess, technically. Almost 7, which is good. We're going in the direction I was saying. I think we should be doing more like a 7-day Unity Battle. So I like that. The rewards are going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty easy. It's just going to be another one of those ones where you just got to find a team comp that works for you and just pound through it. I'm hoping it has the recent point caps have been a lot better on Unity Battle. I don't really like seeing Unity Battles in back-to-back events, but you know what? There's really not a lot else to do in this event, so we'll take it. And this is one of the few things where it's not something you can wait until the end of the month to do. You only have that set period of time. You gotta do it. If you want the rewards, you gotta do it. Then the special reprint exchange, as I mentioned before, the J tokens. If you're new to the game, this is such a good opportunity. There's so much stuff in this store that does not get printed that often. And yeah, there's some stuff that does get printed, but it doesn't matter. Just max out as much stuff as you can. You're going to get so many of these tokens. And it gives you an opportunity to get evolvers, which you normally have to farm for, that you won't have to. Characters you normally have to farm for, you won't have to. And characters and evolvers that, generally speaking, are not really available. And I think they've even put Light Yagami's costume in there, which again, it's been ages since that was last actually available. So pretty cool of them. And you know, for the people that already have all these characters maxed, this is a great opportunity to stock up on event droplets. So make sure you do that. Make sure you don't overflow on J tokens. And then we haven't had a tower boost in ages, and this is not actually a tower boost per se. What they've done is put in a special rule where the amount of points you get based on the HP you finish the battle with is going to be doubled. It's going to be a lot more important to finish 100% HP or around there than normal, because you get double the points. And that is for 1 week only. Honestly, I'm really not that bothered about tower, but some people care, and for those people, there you go. Then we have the Max Luck Special Rewards campaign. Now, this does end early. You have to make sure you complete this, and again, it's not hard, and you collect the rewards before the 13th. These, I believe you have to get, as I mentioned before, the Naruto, the Goku, the Luffy, and the Ichigo. I believe it's those 4 that I mentioned before that you need to max out to complete this. And once you've done that, you get some rewards, and then you can put it to the back of your mind. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Make sure you do it, because these are like the only rewards other than Uni Battle that are like time constrained. Make sure you do it. Then we have a new Hero Island. They've actually updated story mode. They've added the Katekyo Hitman Reborn story mode island. You can fight a bunch of enemies from throughout the series as you clear the stages. Obviously, this gives you some rubies as well. Now, it's interesting. This event, this is a good place to talk about it, because this is near the end of like the giving out goodies section. This event has given out quite a lot of like rubies and goodies and stuff. Seems like they're kind of buttering us up. Like maybe they're going to drop something absolutely heinous and vile very soon. I don't know. But the fact that there's no gacha they're expecting you to spend on here. Yeah, I mean, there's like reprint gacha, there's bait gacha and stuff, but there are no new gacha characters. So to me, that is a sign that they're okay with us saving for a bit here, because they might be able to drop something for Jump Festa or for Christmas that is vile, that is like some horrific, like, gotta summon a whole bunch of times to get the character type banners. Could it be a Muso? Could it be a Densetsu? Could it be a seasonal limited? Could be some new thing that they've come up with? I don't know. But it certainly feels that way, the amount of stuff they've been giving out. Do you know how rare it is for them to add a new story mode island outside of an anniversary? Like, back in the day, sure, but nowadays it's so rare. Like, it never happens. So it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Then we have the level 15 updates. They update a bunch of dual units. People were speculating, like, what does it mean? Myself included. They're all dual units. That's so bizarre. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything. They just picked some characters to give some buffs, and all of the buffs are pretty good. They made these characters pretty good, but it's like, what's the deal? Why are they dual units? I don't know. I don't suppose it really matters. Then we can talk about the stuff that is being printed. It's mostly like bait gacha and like bait sales, but we might as well talk about them. This gacha, for example, is not worth summoning on. I've saved you the trouble. There you go. The birthday gacha. Now, there may be some more birthday gacha. I don't think there will be any. There might be like, there's like 1 or 2 characters where it's like, I think they do have a birthday, but it's either they won't be getting a birthday gacha this early because they came out quite recently, or they're not necessarily a character that we would consider. For example, Eri from My Hero Academia appears in Deku's unit, appears in Lemillion's unit. So it's possible there could be an Eri banner, but I don't think they did one before. But I don't know. They might do one. I think Lemon from Ryotsu and Lemon, I think it's her birthday as well. But again, she's not technically the main. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see. We'll see. But I've listed the birthdays that we know of, even though the devs have only officially announced 2 of them and only put 2 of them in the data download, which was these 2 from December 1st. But later in the month, we have Toshiro, we have Senna, we have Hinata and Kageyama, we have William, we have Ryoma, we have Karma, we have Nezuko. Loads of birthday banners. Make sure you get your free multis on those as they come out. Good stuff. Then we have the Era gacha. Now I know it's going to be so tempting if you're a new player when you see like some of the buffs some old units have been given to go and summon here. I really can't recommend it. Here maybe. The 2022-2023, maybe if you want to do like 1,000. I wouldn't go all the way for sure. But these two I really can't recommend spending rubies on. They just give us so many free summons with so many old limiteds and so many limited choice tickets and stuff. There's no real reason to go for these old ones. But if you were like so tempted, maybe do like one multi on this one, but don't go crazy because like I said, I think they're cooking something. I don't know what. They're cooking something. So it's worth holding on to at least some rubies. Then we have the Dream All-Star gacha. This is a controversial one. It still has the tokens you need to get Goku, which is cool. But this banner now features Luffy as well. So it has like Musou, Densetsu limited from all like old events, but it also has seasonal limiteds. So this banner's just crazy, but it's only crazy in terms of the characters that are on it. In terms of the value, it costs 32 multis to get a choice ticket. So it's a little bit expensive. I know for some people it's kind of worth it, but say for example, if all you wanted from here was Yo Asakura, which by the way, is great that we now know he is not restricted in the ways that we thought he potentially could be. He just has the standard seasonal limited restrictions. So hopes for a new like Shaman King Feature Festival or something like that are way up, way up, because you know we were a little bit concerned, like, is this like a one-time thing? No, it's not, and I'm hoping for more in the future. But let's say hypothetically you missed out on Yo when he came around last week or whatever. You wanted to go for Yo. Are you really going to do 32 multis for him? No, that's ridiculous. He wasn't even 32 multis on his debut banner. He was like half of that. You have a chance to get him, and I think that there's the value. If you decided you wanted Gear 5, but then you went against it because I'm not going to have enough rubies, whatever, and you saved instead. If you now see him come back now and you do have enough rubies, looking at this banner, you would say, actually, if I go 32 here, I can get Goku and Luffy, and I might get lucky along the way and get some other stuff. But that's like so worth it. But again, it's 32 multis, so bear that in mind. You will get guaranteed limits on every 8th multi, which is cool. But just, yeah, it's just so expensive. It's so expensive. So it's like, I don't know. For me, personally, I have a lot of good stuff anyway. But at the same time, like, say, for example, Ging is there. I don't have Ging. There's no way I would go on one of these banners to summon for Ging. There's no shot. I'd rather just, he'll come to me eventually. I'll find a way somehow. I'm not going to spend 32 multis for him. There's no shot. I could see why some people would go for Luffy for that, especially as you get Goku on the way. But it's not for me. It's cool, but it's not for me. Then we have the Dreamfest True Limited Heroes Festival gacha. Now, interestingly, they've updated these gacha. In the past, these gacha had 4 featured limiteds, and then on the 7th multi, you'd get one of them at random. Now, with this updated format, which, by the way, every one of these banners has a free multi. The first multi is free, which is very cool. Make sure to do that. Now, these banners have been updated, and they feature a whole bunch of 2023 units of their type, which is really good. Really, really good. These banners, instead of running a few days each, they run until the end of the month, which is really good. And instead of it being a random 1 in 4, like it was before, on the 7th multi, you get a choice ticket. So you can choose anyone from there. For me, personally, that's incredible. That's really, really good. I mean, if I look at that red banner, I've probably got most of them. If I really wanted, like, Sakamoto, who I don't have, I know I could guarantee him in 7 multis, one of which is free. So that is nuts. 6,000 rubies, and I can get one of them guaranteed. And you have a chance to get the others on the way up. It's just great. And obviously you get a free multi. Everyone should do the free multi, but definitely, I know a lot of people are going to be tempted to go crazy on some of these banners. I wouldn't go crazy, but I can see why some people would go for it, and it might be worth it to you. For me personally, I've got a lot of the stuff I wanted from this year. There are still a few things outstanding that I would like to get, but I'm not in a rush. But if you missed out on any, like, if you're like a big Yoruichi fan and you missed out on that Bleach event, this is not a bad banner to go for her on, I can't lie. So, pretty cool. Then we have this special gacha. I actually saw a lot of people going for this, which surprised me, because I know these units are like seasonal hero grade units and they don't come around often, but it's like, really? Really? Okay, I guess. So, you get 2 rotations of 3, a total of 6 multis, guaranteed seasonal hero on the second multi, and a seasonal hero choice ticket on the third. Now, to be fair, in the past, seasonal heroes have been quite difficult to get. They made a lot of the banners where there was just no way to get a specific one guaranteed. You just got like a random at a certain point or whatever, and they were quite expensive. And it was just sort of like, say for example, if you really wanted that, I don't know, Nana from Talaveru, yeah, it's gonna cost you, and you might not even get her. But now you get that choice ticket, and it's like you can get her 3 multis, and you can get her. So from that perspective, I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's bad value. It's just sort of like, this is not what I would be spending my rubies on right now. I want to save. I want to save in case something crazy comes. But I think some people will, and I kind of get it. But it runs till the end of the month again, so there is opportunity to get them later. And don't forget, like, we're gonna have definitely a new seasonal limited for Christmas, and there might be like new seasonal hero grade units on that as well. And we don't know what we're getting for Jump Festa, so just spend your rubies wisely, guys. That's all I can say. And then we have some sales packs. I'm just going to quickly shoot through these and say which ones I think are really good value. This one is really good value. This one, not really. This one, not really. This one, not really. No, not really. This one, not really. This one, no, not really. This one is interesting. I'm not gonna say it's good. It's not bad. If I'm being fair, if I'm being honest and fair, 6,400 yen. You get 1,000 rubies, which is not, you know, nothing to be sniffed at. A golden jewel, which is essentially enough jewels to get a character up to max level, which is very good. I don't care that much about the limit break doors, but still 2,000 of those, not bad. And some ultimate scrolls, not bad. And a limited choice ticket that has an actually very up-to-date pool. You can get a bunch of units from this year, like as recent as just a little while ago. It's pretty good from that perspective. Personally, for me, I really don't want to like spend that much money all at once, but it's way better that, like, some of the limited choice tickets have been like 9,800 or like 12,800 yen or whatever. This is 6,400 yen. So there's some value there. To be fair to them, there is some value there. This pack, again, not the best, but 2,900 yen, and you get that golden jewel and 500 rubies and some other stuff I don't really care about. But it's not the worst. They've even said themselves, oh, it's great value. I don't know about great value, but in terms of getting a golden jewel, they're giving out jewels a lot more frequently nowadays, so it's not as big a sell as it used to be. But you still get the 500 rubies. I mean, it's not the worst thing they've ever sold. Definitely. There is some value there. This one is basically, think about this, right? 6,400 yen. Limited choice ticket includes 2023 limited, or 6,400 yen. And you don't even get a gold. This one you get a golden jewel. This one you don't get a golden jewel. You only get one of each jewel. And you get a seasonal hero ticket. So that is the level they're putting these seasonal heroes on. The same as limiteds that came out like 3 weeks ago. That's I don't know if it's 3 weeks ago. It might be like a month ago, but still. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. I would not do this, especially when I could just get for what, 2,500 rubies. I can get one of those tickets. So I'm not going to spend 6,400 yen. If I was going to spend 6,400 yen, I'd probably spend it there. Then we have this ticket. This is interesting because it's more expensive, yes, but it has seasonal limiteds, which they are a little bit more restrictive with. So sort of up to you, but I still think the other one is better value. But I can see why you might go for this. But 9,800 yen is just too much. It's too much. And then this one is 9,800 yen. This one is interesting. 9,800 yen, and it gives you a Gonjo. Okay, cool. It gives you a limited ticket that has 10 limiteds on it. And that limited ticket does indeed include units from this year, as recently as a couple of events ago, even like last month. As recently as last month. But I will say the pool is way bigger than you might think. It is absolutely massive. And you might get a load of nonsense, a load of old limits that you don't want. You might get lucky, I don't know, but that's definitely not for me. And then in terms of other stuff, this banner, which should be coming out on Monday, I guess, next week. And this one is the like tower one where you get a free multi. Very, very nice. Just do the free multi. You can go all the way if you want, but honestly, I think that's just better. There's just no reason. You just summon on the other banner. The other one that lets you do 7 multis and gives you a limited choice. To be fair, this one does give you a limit on the way up. So if you look at the pool and you happen to be having none, I have none of these units, then on the 5th multi, I'm guaranteed a new limited. And on the 10th multi, I'm guaranteed a new limited. So there is an argument there for sure. But I just think the other one is just a bit better for me. I don't know. It's up to you. I wouldn't be going all the way on this. I'd just be taking my free multi and running. And same with this one. It's the same thing, but for support units. I would take my multi and I would run. And then this banner, which I recommend nobody ever summons on. And then that's it. That's the end of the news. And in terms of other things to talk about, well, the next event should be Jump Festa starting on the 13th. This event, it has a lot of good stuff going for it. It does. It just doesn't have enough content to keep us busy. It really doesn't. And it hasn't introduced enough enough new units. It has done some good stuff. There is definitely some good stuff in this event. But I would say overall, a lot of people are going to see this as a dead period, and that's essentially what it is. What is the reason for this? I don't know. Is there any reason why this so-called staging event couldn't have been held for like a few days and then followed by the actual event? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But this is where we are. This is the situation we're in, and we'll know more about Jump Festa in a week or so, probably. But that's it for today, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.